Hello, everyone. I hope you're all doing well and wherever you are. You're great and top-notch. I'm Pashami here with another educational video. In this tutorial, we want to teach you the fillet command in the sketch environment. I've already created a millimeter model. And now I'm going to draw a sketch on the front plane. When you enter the sketch environment, there's a command called Fillet that rounds off the corners and sharp edges for you with a radius that you specify. For example, I draw a rectangle here, select the fillet command, and we can apply a fillet to it. You can choose between trim and no trim modes. For instance, I set the dimensions and say this should be it. 300. 160, for example, or 220, for instance. Now I'll explain what I'm doing. We have a command called fillet, and I select it. There are two ways to apply a fillet. I'll explain the selection method. One way is to select two edges, and then you can apply the fillet either inward or outward. You can apply a fillet to all four directions. That's one method. Okay, now I can set the amount of the fillet right here. For example, it asks me for the radius and I enter 30. I click on it. Here it applies a fillet of 30 for me. Another method is to select the corner itself instead of selecting two edges. I select the corner and can move it inward or around it, applying any fillet I want. For example, I say inward, and let's say this is 4 millimeters. I press enter and it's applied. Yet another method is to input the number beforehand. For instance, I say fillet 50, enter. Now that I've set the fillet to 50, look, I actually click the mouse, left click and drag it, a pencil appears. This pencil touches these two, and it applies the fillet with a radius of 50 to them. You can also just click, and the radius 50 fillet is applied. Sir, why didn't it measure this part? Because I had already entered a fillet size here. I had actually said it should be 50 here. When I selected these two, both were set to 50 and are equal to each other. See, the equal constraint has been applied to both of them. You can relax and now do something else. These were all the most typical states. In the most typical state, it doesn't actually affect these parts that have been set from the angle. For example, I select another quadrilateral and choose the fillet command. And I say to apply a fillet with a 30 millimeter value in an interim manner. I select it from the layer, see? It's applying the fillet, but it doesn't remove the extra parts. This becomes the interim state. We also have a delete corner state which I need it to explain to you. Again, I draw another quadrilateral here and select the fillet command. The reason for the hot and cold is, first of all, you choose two parallel sides or two sides between which you want the fillet to be applied. We select the middle side where you want the fillet to be applied. This is the first one, and this is the second one. Okay, now, for example, we've taken the arc. I come and select this side. See, it should select it like this. It senses that side and rotates. This delete has cooled it down. Its trim mode deletes it, but the trim doesn't delete it. You can also hit this side. Look at this side now. It should naturally be the opposite. Well, to make it the opposite, what should I do? Here, I click on the Create Alternate Fillet option and it becomes the opposite. Look, like this. Now I come to this part, select it like this. It actually rounds off, and that becomes our third curve. That was the entire command for fillet. And note that fillets are extensively used in stress concentration management and placement for fitting parts. And specifically, I'm telling you, we control the stress concentration and pop flow. And by filleting the sharp corners, their resistance increases, enhancing the resistance of your part. I hope this tutorial video has been useful for you. And wherever you are, be excellent. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe it. And may God bless you greatly.